Senator Sanders, you write, this is from page 167, that the Clinton campaign may not have liked it, the Democratic establishment may not have liked it, but it was becoming increasingly clear that I was the strongest candidate if Democrats were to retain the White House.
Well, that's what all of the polling showed. What the polling showed is state by state, in almost all cases, not all, and nationally, I was running better than Secretary Clinton against Mr. Trump, and in some cases by fairly big numbers.
The last couple of months on our call-in programs on C-SPAN, we've heard from a lot of Sanders supporters who say, I was supporting Bernie Sanders, but when he dropped out, I'm now supporting Donald Trump. How does that connect?
Well, it connects in the sense that an important reality in this country today that media has missed and that many politicians have missed is that a lot of people are in a lot of pain. We have a middle class which is in decline. You got roughly half of older workers today, Pete, half, who have nothing in the bank as they move into retirement. They're scared to death. You got elderly people cutting their prescription drug pills in half. You got moms out there who can't afford childcare for their kids. You got kids graduating college today, $50,000, $100,000 in debt and making $12 an hour, can't pay off. That is a reality which the media has kind of missed, and most politicians have kind of missed. It's not a reality that I have missed. And throughout my entire political career, that's what I have been talking about, that there's something fundamentally wrong when in the richest country in the history of the world, which is what we are today, the middle class continues to decline, 43 million people live in poverty, and almost all new income and wealth is going to the top 1%, that we're moving toward an oligarchic form of society. And that has been my message. And then Mr. Trump comes along and he says, well, you know, the establishment isn't working. Yeah, I'm a multi-billionaire, says Mr. Trump, but, you know, I'm going to take on the establishment. I'm going to take on the politicians, and I'm going to take on Wall Street, and I'm going to take on the drug companies, and I can do it. And I'm the only one, by the way, who can do it. And people responded to that. So I think, to Mr. Trump's credit, what he understood is there is a lot of anger and pain and frustration out there. Now, we have a long list of all of the things that Mr. Trump promised during this campaign. And we are going to introduce, I mean, many of these ideas are ideas that I and others have been talking about for a long time. Well, we're going to see to what degree he was telling the American people the truth, or to what degree these were simply campaign rhetoric of which he had no intention to fulfill. But we are going to press him. We're going to introduce legislation, and we hope that he works with us in fulfilling his own campaign promises.